Brace yourself, for what you are about to encounter will utterly dismantle every preconceived notion you hold regarding faith, success, and purpose. Psalm 23 is not simply a beautiful passage recited in religious services or during moments of profound distress. It is, in fact, a profound blueprint for comprehensive mental, emotional, and spiritual recalibration. And when this timeless psalm intersects with the seminal teachings of Napoleon Hill, the synergy yields an explosive revelation. You will come to understand that faith is not merely a spiritual retreat, but the quintessential pragmatic power to fundamentally reshape your existence. While many people believe that success is a matter of luck or talent, the truth is quite different. It originates in the mind. Abundance doesn't originate in the wallet. It germinates within the spirit. And the phrase, "I shall not want," affirmed with conviction, is more potent than any formula for prosperity you have ever encountered. Herein, you will come to understand how to utilize this verse as a compass, as guidance, and as a psychological bulwark against fear and scarcity. You will come to realize that the secret lies not merely in what you believe, but in how you comport yourself in alignment with that conviction. We will delve into the concepts of a higher purpose, unwavering resolve, composed execution, and a species of persistence not acquired in the classroom. Rather, it is forged through the journey itself. And what's more, all of this is elucidated with clarity, practicality, and emotional resonance, akin to a conversation that profoundly awakens you. If you have ever felt adrift, ensnared, or as though life were perpetually treading water, this message is for you. It serves as an invitation to transcend mere survival and embark upon a life lived with profound trust in God, with unshakable inner resolve, and with the absolute conviction that, indeed, a boundless abundance awaits you. However, to truly unlock this potential, you will need more than mere motivation. You will need revelation. The power of mindset. Everything originates in the mind. It is there that the line is drawn between failure and flourishing, between stifling scarcity and a transformative abundance mindset. When an individual truly internalizes the truth that the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want, they cease seeking externally what can only be activated within. This transcends mere faith. It is a profound reprogramming, a steadfast decision to trust, even when one's eyes cannot yet perceive. Abundance germinates as a seed within the soul. The reality is that many individuals find themselves paralyzed by inherited self-limiting beliefs. I'm not good enough. That's not for me. Only others can achieve that. These internal voices must be quelled through mental clarity, creative visualization, and a resolute commitment to forge a new system of beliefs. One simple exercise? Daily, write a powerful affirmation such as, "Even amidst adversity, I continue to advance," and live by it. Personal transformation doesn't solely occur during moments of inspiration, but rather through the quiet persistence of daily choices. It involves exchanging doubt for practical faith, substituting anxiety with calm action, and opting for inner courage instead of outdated emotional insecurity. An individual who comprehends this begins to move forward even when they don't feel ready. Because they understand, faith doesn't await feeling. Faith leads feeling. Napoleon Hill asserted that success originates in the mind, and he was unequivocally correct. A mind cultivated through faith and appropriate self-suggestion doesn't merely endure hardship, it thrives. For instance, transform your environment. Engage with literature such as Think and Grow Rich. Consume audio content that uplifts your spirit, and align yourself with individuals who champion a higher purpose. Your mind requires nourishment as profound as that of your body. The scarcity mindset ceaselessly clamors with urgency and fear. Conversely, the abundance mindset gently murmurs, "Trust, you are being guided." When an individual lives in congruence with this assurance, They cease to be driven by desperation and commence acting with a clear sense of purpose. Psalm 23 serves as a profound guide. It reveals that even within the valley of the shadow of death, a divine presence endures. This is not mere poesy. It is a profound spiritual strategy. All enduring change commences with a decision, and this decision must be underpinned by habits that reprogram the mind. Designate a sacrosanct period each day to cultivate this spiritual assurance, be it through 10 minutes of prayer, reading Psalm 23, or scripting affirmations. Consistency far outweighs sporadic bursts of intensity. Those who cultivate faith daily will reap clear guidance. Ultimately, grasp this fundamental truth wholeheartedly. Abundance is not merely about having, it is about being guided, being whole, being generous, being grateful. This constitutes the authentic inner wealth that draws forth the external. And when an individual begins to embody this way of life, a new realm unfolds, even amidst persistent pain, fear, or adversity. For even within the darkest valley, a guiding light persists. It is then that we begin to comprehend that faith can serve as the conduit to an entirely novel form of success. Psalm 23, faith as a transformative principle. Psalm 23 is not merely an ancient supplication. It functions as a spiritual blueprint for cognitive recalibration. When one proclaims with profound conviction, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want," they are doing more than merely echoing a beautiful phrase. They are, in essence, activating an abundance mindset, thereby aligning their cognition, emotion, and spirit with a pragmatic faith capable of surmounting any conceivable crisis. This faith is far from passive. Rather, it guides, propels, and sustains. The assertion, "I shall not want," is not a mere wish cast to the wind, but a steadfast decision to trust, even amidst chaos. In periods of scarcity and the apprehension of destitution, this verse serves as a mental bulwark against the cacophony of emotional turmoil. It unequivocally declares, "You are not alone. There is a blueprint. There is guidance." One who grasps this truth ceases to live in perpetual urgency and begins to find repose in divine reliance. The divine presence is a silent yet potent reality. When you commence your day with this awareness, even if you find yourself amidst a financial, emotional, or familial predicament, something shifts. This spiritual alignment engenders inner peace. And peace, in this context, is not the mere absence of challenges, but the unwavering certainty that there is direction, there is purpose, and there is abundance beyond what is perceptible. Such unwavering confidence profoundly transforms one's choices. Individuals whose path is illuminated by Psalm 23 act with a distinct difference. They operate with profound mental clarity, unswayed by the apprehension of criticism or the impetuousness of anxiety. It's akin to stepping into a high-pressure environment, yet maintaining complete composure, knowing that a greater power is orchestrating the unfolding narrative. A worthwhile practice. Recite this psalm aloud each morning, embracing every word with unwavering conviction. Witness the profound effect. A profound secret is contained within the verse that speaks of still waters. This imagery epitomizes the soul's repose, not a debilitating rest, but rather one that infuses fresh vigor for sagacious action. Action rooted in tranquility emanates from this serenity. When the mind finds repose and confidence, it ceases to self-sabotage. Conversely, it becomes a conduit for abundance, fortitude, and purposeful mental alignment. It is within this realm of spiritual quietude that intuition becomes discernible. And intuition, quite often, is the divine whisper guiding one in the correct direction. For instance, rather than forcing a decision, pause for a moment, reflect, pray, meditate. The opportune answer emerges when mind and spirit are aligned, not when under duress from urgency or fear. Faith, not mere impulse, ought to be the guiding force. This is the distinction between those operating from a scarcity mindset and those thriving under an abundance mindset. The former reacts, the latter responds with clarity. The former succumbs to panic, the latter trusts and acts judiciously. And this is not a gift bestowed upon a select few. It is practice, it is choice, it is persistence. And when this practice evolves into a way of life, even the most somber valleys begin to unveil hidden pathways. Success and abundance. According to Napoleon Hill, Napoleon Hill did not write Think and Grow Rich merely to impart financial wisdom. He penned it for those who aspire to transform their lives from the inside out. For him, success and prosperity originate with an internal resolve to reprogram the mind to believe in the impossible, even amidst the apprehension of failure. Faith, as a pragmatic force, serves as the engine that propels all other gears. Without it, nothing can truly flow. Hill consistently maintained, whatever the human mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. While this may sound deceptively simple, it necessitates a constant abundance mindset, especially when surrounding circumstances vociferously suggest otherwise. The crucial element is autosuggestion, the daily affirmation of what one desires to see materialized. This is the mechanism through which limiting beliefs are dismantled and an unyielding emotional resilience is forged. The overarching purpose must be more potent than superficial ambition. True prosperity is not about accumulating more, it's about embodying more, cultivating greater integrity, fostering deeper commitment, and forging a profound connection to infinite intelligence. A clear example, instead of pursuing wealth merely for ostentation, consider the endeavor of building a lasting legacy, a life of significant impact. This fundamentally transforms the nature of the actions you undertake. Personal transformation is the price of lasting success, and this is only achieved through persistence. Hill teaches that failure is not the end. It's merely a bend in the road. When you grasp this, you begin to perceive every challenge as an embedded lesson. You no longer ask, "Why did this happen?" but rather, "What can I learn here?" And this question unlocks powerful doors. One of the pivotal tenets Hill emphasizes is unwavering resolve. Hesitation precludes conquest. Conversely, individuals who make decisions, even in the face of fear, activate the current of abundance. This resolve, however, is sustainable only when underpinned by mental clarity and a guiding conviction. Begin incrementally. Clearly define what you desire. Document it. Visualize it. Articulate it verbally. Take simple steps daily. Engage in measured action. Unhurried yet with unwavering commitment. It is intrinsic wealth that draws forth external prosperity. Individuals who live in alignment with their core values and principles do not need to frantically pursue success. Rather, they become a magnet for it. This state is predicated upon living with profound inner fortitude, unwavering focus, and robust emotional self-assurance. And when this paradigm is coupled with pragmatic faith, the outcomes transcend mere objectives and evolve into compelling living testaments. Success, as Hill posited, is for those who persevere. These are individuals who discern opportunity within adversity and who persist even in the absence of acclamation. This embodies a wealth mindset, to believe before perceiving. And when this mindset is deeply ingrained, even the valley of the shadow of death transforms into a mere passage, not a confinement. And it is precisely for this reason that faith and courage stand as inseparable companions on the journey. The journey through the valley of the shadow of death. Every single one of us, without exception, traverses bleak moments. That juncture in life when everything appears to be without egress, when the internal din overwhelms any glimmer of hope. It is the valley of the shadow of death, as depicted in Psalm 23. Yet, observe, The psalmist does not assert that he will halt there. He walks through that valley, and therein lies the profound insight. Faith is motion, not stagnation. Inner fortitude is the impetus that propels us forward, even in the face of fear. The fears of poverty, criticism, and failure, all of these assume colossal proportions in this valley. It's as if the entire world conspires to bring your progress to a halt. But this is precisely where pragmatic faith enters the scene. It is not a fleeting emotion, but an unyielding decision to persevere. When one declares, "Even amidst adversity, I continue to press forward," they are not being naive. They are reprogramming their own mind to refrain from yielding. Napoleon Hill maintained that every setback harbors within it the seed of an equivalent benefit. It might seem preposterous to consider this amidst suffering, but it is precisely within that crucible that personal transformation takes shape. It is within this valley that resilience is cultivated, and it is this very persistence that eventually blossoms into clarity of mind, direction, and serene action. Pain within this framework transcends its punitive nature and transforms into a passage. The scarcity mindset tells you, it's over for you. The abundance mindset whispers, this pain will propel you towards something grander. Some perceive obstacles as walls, others as stepping stones. What changes? The focus. One who aligns themselves with the divine presence comprehends they are being guided, even when the outlook appears grim. This cultivates an inner tranquility that transcends rationality. It is at this juncture of the journey that the profound power of emotional resilience truly becomes evident. It does not entail never shedding tears, never experiencing apprehension, nor ever faltering. Rather, it signifies rising resiliently each time, buoyed by a guiding faith and an overarching purpose. A valuable exercise. List everything you have already overcome. Peruse it whenever fear arises. You will recall that you have previously traversed challenging valleys and emerged stronger. The valley does not define who you are. It merely unveils what you are poised to become. Every step taken in faith, every prayer uttered through tears, every silent moment of trust in God, all these elements coalesce to forge an imperceptible yet robust foundation, and this bedrock will underpin your subsequent phase. It is no mere coincidence that your rod and your staff, they comfort me, for there exists an inherent framework guiding you, even when it remains imperceptible. And when this realization takes hold, the individual begins to carry themselves differently, more composed, more resolute, more purposefully committed, for they have come to understand that even the most trying times are integral to the grand design. Armed with this fresh perspective, something precious begins to emerge. The profound desire to leave a lasting legacy, not merely to triumph for personal gain, but to achieve victory with the intent to impact others. For if one has traversed the valley, it is to illuminate the path for others to follow suit. Goodness, commitment, and legacy. True prosperity transcends mere bank balances. It resides in the indelible imprints we leave on others, in the gestures of kindness that quietly reverberate through people's lives. To truly flourish, in its most elevated sense, is to live with a transcendent purpose, forging a legacy that continues to resonate long after one's physical presence has ceased. As Napoleon Hill sagely observed, achievement devoid of lasting impact is but transient conceit. Those who operate from an abundance mindset understand that giving is never a detriment. Rather, it's a mechanism of proliferation. Generosity constitutes an extension of emotional assurance, a declaration to the universe that I shall want for nothing, hence I am empowered to share. This holds true for time, energy, knowledge, and indeed, financial resources as well. Consequently, practical benevolence, as opposed to mere theoretical goodwill, serves as an invisible cornerstone of genuine success. Commitment to good demands persistence. It is easy to be kind on a good day. The true difficulty lies in being a beacon of light amidst the shadows. Yet, it is within this very challenge that one hones their practical faith, cultivates their inner courage, and aligns with elevated principles. This mental recalibration necessitates the adoption of non-negotiable values: integrity, empathy, and service. This, in turn, forges one's identity, and a robust identity underpins enduring prosperity. Legacy is not forged through eloquent words, but through unwavering decisions and sustained actions. An example? Choosing to impart what you have learned, sharing your experiences of triumph over adversity, creating something that helps others traverse their own valleys. This could be a video, a book, a social initiative, or even a timely conversation with someone on the verge of capitulation. This is legacy in motion. Embracing a life guided by Psalm 23 also entails a profound sense of spiritual stewardship. You come to understand that your path isn't solely about yourself, but rather about the reverberations your journey can create. This profound awareness fosters inner tranquility, for you begin to navigate life with purpose, not driven by the urgency to acquire, but by a profound inclination to serve. This constitutes the kind of triumph that material wealth cannot procure. The faith that guides us leads not merely to paths of achievement, but equally to those of compassion. This embodies harmony with infinite intelligence, to live in a manner where one's prosperity also uplifts others. One who comprehends this does not compromise their principles for expedient outcomes. Such individuals opt for tranquil action, sustainable progress, and an authentic connection to that which genuinely matters. And when one lives in such a manner, a curious phenomenon occurs. Doors open where before only walls existed. For life, the universe, and indeed God, recognize the profound commitment of those whose actions stem from an integral heart. And this way of living begins to inspire. It attracts individuals, opportunities, and blessings who likewise desire to be part of a lasting legacy. Yet to sustain all of this, peace is essential. A tranquility that does not emanate from the external world, but from a quieted mind and a spirit rooted in deep trust. The path of peace and serenity. In today's noisy and fast-paced world, finding peace has become an act of sacred rebellion. But transformative peace is not the absence of external clamor. Rather, it is inner quietude. It is the mental lucidity that enables one to act without succumbing to despair, to hearken to one's own soul, and to align with the divine presence. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. This is the precise description of a tranquil mind enconquered with the Spirit. This serenity does not equate to inertia. Rather, it signifies composed action, unburdened by the relentless urgency born of anxiety and the fear of scarcity. An individual guided by this peace acts not on impulse, but with a clear sense of purpose. They listen more intently, think more clearly, and are less reactive. A beneficial starting point? Set aside 10 minutes of your day purely for breathing, free from distractions. This respite is a restorative balm for the soul. Applied faith calls upon us to trust even when understanding eludes us. It is at this juncture that one learns to embrace the truth that not everything necessitates an immediate resolution. Napoleon Hill articulated the immense power of a focused mind. However, only a quiescent mind possesses the capacity to sustain such singular focus for an adequate period. Clarity does not emerge from extensive cogitation, but rather from superior quality of thought. And this elevated state is solely attainable through deliberate intervals of profound introspection. The path to peace is also a path of courage, for living peacefully in a world embroiled in mental conflict necessitates a resolute stand. One must choose to depart from their comfort zone, where anxiety is seemingly normal, and permit oneself to experience the soul's repose. This repose does not enervate you, rather, it fortifies you. It is amidst tranquil waters that one recovers the fortitude to traverse the dark valleys. Creative visualization and mental attunement also originate from this state of serenity. It is futile to visualize prosperity when one's mind is in disarray. One must achieve stillness to perceive with clarity. A beneficial practice. Prior to slumber, calmly envision your ideal life as though you were observing a film where everything unfolds in perfect harmony. This bolsters one's conviction and attunes the subconscious to abundance. This inner tranquility often serves as the conduit for solutions impervious to brute force. While the world races ahead, you proceed with deliberate purpose. As fear clamors, you softly affirm, "I shall want for nothing." Such a spiritual and emotional disposition possesses an undeniable magnetism. It profoundly alters your energy, shapes your decisions, and even subtly influences those within your orbit. Ultimately, peace is synonymous with prosperity, and it is precisely in this state of mind that the most underestimated strength of all emerges: silent persistence. That which needs to prove nothing to anyone, yet daily chooses to persevere. For when you are anchored in faith, in harmony with infinite intelligence, and possess a tranquil heart, you become unstoppable. It is then that the true secret begins to unveil itself, the secret of persistence. Persistence is the invisible thread that weaves all dreams until they materialize. It is what distinguishes those who merely wish from those who accomplish. Those who grasp the power of faith as a practical force understand that continuing, even without acclaim, is what activates infinite intelligence. Persistence is not blind obstinacy. It is the daily commitment to press forward with inner fortitude, even when everything seems to be moving backward. The true measure of personal transformation is revealed in the silence of the pre-dawn hours, when no eyes are watching. It is there that genuine mental recalibration unfolds, when the mind endeavors to undermine with notions of lack, and one counters with potent affirmations such as, "I opt for serenity," or, "Despite adversity, I persist in moving forward." This is faith in action. It is purposeful resilience. Napoleon Hill taught that failure only becomes permanent when one gives up. This truth must be etched into one's heart. For the fear of criticism, emotional insecurity, and a relentless sense of urgency will attempt to paralyze your actions. But an abundance mindset responds differently. It presses on, it perseveres, it builds with patience. Persistence is not a romantic notion. It is spiritual discipline. Those who cultivate such constancy evolve into a vibrant catalyst for transformation. With each stride, they refine their mental alignment, fine-tune their creative visualization, and bolster their emotional self-assurance. To offer a practical illustration, institute a ritual of steadfastness. Something as straightforward as meticulously documenting 3 objectives each morning, alongside a corresponding action step for each. This sustains a keen focus and transmutes concepts into tangible outcomes. Steadfast resolve constitutes the initial stride, but it is serene, measured action that underpins a sustainable journey. The emphasis lies not on accomplishing everything at once, but on diligently attending to the essentials daily. Individuals endowed with genuine persistence understand how to find respite without halting their momentum, and how to bide their time without succumbing to resignation. This wisdom emanates from the profound mental clarity that all things unfold in their opportune moment, coupled with the conviction that divine providence is at play, even amidst perceived delays. The wellspring of persistence resides not in strength, but in faith. When one perceives a grander purpose orchestrating their journey, the exertion shifts from onerous to hallowed. For every denial life presents, a recalibrated mind counters with a resounding, "Not yet." And this pivotal reply fundamentally reshapes everything. It cultivates the unseen terrain for the subsequent yield. It stands as testament to your readiness to embrace more. When such unwavering persistence transforms into a way of life, abundance ceases to be merely a promise and materializes as reality. You operate with steadfast consistency, unshakable faith, and lucid vision. Your mindset evolves into your most potent asset. At this juncture, something truly remarkable transpires. Faith solidifies as the bedrock, and success emerges as an inevitable outcome. For those who persevere with profound inner peace, they inevitably reach destinations where few possess the fortitude to tread. After all we've witnessed, the pivotal question that remains is this: are you truly prepared to internalize that transformative mindset of abundance, pragmatic faith, and unwavering persistence? Are you ready to transcend your comfort zone, confront your deepest fears, and embrace a steadfast resolution that will irrevocably alter the trajectory of your life? Ponder this. How many pivotal opportunities have you allowed to slip through your grasp due to trepidation, self-doubt, or internal dissonance? The time is now to act with mental clarity, inner fortitude, and emotional conviction. Commence today the application of your newfound wisdom. Read Psalm 23 daily, craft potent affirmations, engage in creative visualization, and crucially, undertake serene yet persistent action in pursuit of your higher purpose. You are not alone. The divine presence accompanies you, steering your course. The pivotal question remains: what will you choose? To persist in the scarcity that constrains you, or to embrace the abundance mindset that unleashes your full potential? We're eager to hear your perspective. Which aspect of this journey resonated most profoundly with you? What challenge are you poised to confront with renewed conviction? Please share your reflections and recount your journey, for it is here now that your legacy truly commences. Should this content resonate with you and you wish to continue your journey of growth with messages that seamlessly interweave faith, prosperity, and profound personal transformation, we encourage you to subscribe to the channel and enable notifications. This way, you won't miss any crucial insights on this powerful trajectory towards a life of unparalleled fulfillment, profound alignment, and boundless abundance.